Greetings, community. It's Kevin of Venture Being Comics. And hey, I'm here to bring you another edition of this week's signed books. And this week I ended up meeting an interesting individual. She's an individual, I believe she was born out of Montreal and moved here very young and very seemingly inspiring. After talking to her very briefly, she just seems so full of energy. Um, and it's in part, yes, by youth. Her energy level, in part, in my opinion, in part was the newly introduced and finally, how should I say, now being recognized and being able to contribute to both the TV and to the comic book world. Celeste Bronfman is writing. Why I also didn't bring out one of the books. She first wrote that I recognize the Spider-Man 2023 annual. And in that, there's a couple of stories, but mostly one of the things that caught me was her approach and her attack to a story, which I thought was really cool. Uh, that carried over to when I ended up being introduced to the character Jackpot. I ended up finding out that she was writing the one shot that would then segue to the series, which is, I believe, a 4-issue mini with Jackpot and Black Cat. Again, Celeste will be writing. Not only did she write the Jackpot, but she also wrote, and I believe is finishing up right now, the Jackpot and Black Cat series. After talking with her and asking so many questions, which I was so grateful for her to answer, I ended up learning in that little amount of time a lot about her. And what I was really, again, taken back was not only, again, the energy, but her energy approach to things. It was all about putting herself so much into her project that I can feel the energy level as she was describing what she was doing and her approach to what she was doing and how excited she was. So one of the first questions I asked was how she was dealing and how she felt about the responsibility of a new character persona such as Jackpot with a pre-existing character as Mary Jane, knowing that it was such a great deal of responsibility, both with this new character and how Marvel wanted to treat this character, she being a brand new writer, how was she not only approaching this writing, but how did she feel about it? Um, Her answer was rather extensive and just enjoyable to listen. The amount, again, exuberance in her explanation and how she felt about it. She did have high anxieties, but it was also rather allocated and very focused in what she wanted to do. So it removed a lot of the anxiety that she was starting to associate with the writing of the character. And it allowed her to be able to just almost hyper focus on what she was doing and be able to fully express what she believed this character was going to turn into in accordance to how she was interpreting it, from how she gained her powers to how she believes it's supposed to contribute into the Marvel universe. It was fucking enjoyable to listen to. I was really enjoying listening to this individual to the point that we lost time, and I did at moments was keeping conscious, so it was transpiring behind me. I did notice that initially there was nobody behind me. After just a few questions, there was now 4 to 5 people. Friends of hers were starting to approach. I end up also learning that she is a writer both in TV and aspiring to movies. It seemed like she's trying to make her segue into things like streaming services like a Netflix and so forth. So when her friends were approaching, and I was also making mention how I just came back from some of the award ceremonies, I can see what the overall goals of hers is to be. She loves and nerds out with the comic book stuff. I believe she aspires to be a movie TV style writer. I believe her ultimate dream would be a contribution to the both. And I think if she gets her way and the way she gets hyper focused with things, I don't think she's going anywhere anytime soon. I believe she'll be here to stay. For one, I'm really excited. I've been really enjoying this character, and I've been enjoying what little I've been able to read of Celeste's writing. So until I read anything negative or I see anything negative that I feel is negative, I'm going to make sure that everything I say and read and associate with her is relatively positive, because that is how that was my experience. And again, I guess to sum all this up, that's why I'm doing this show. I want to give everybody my experiences that I receive almost on a weekly basis with artists and creators that I go to get my signatures from. Because for me, it isn't about just defacing the book, it's about the stories that are associated with the stories. I love talking with these people. I really enjoy feeling what they are doing. I really like receiving the emotion towards the art and literature that they contribute to us, readers in this community, and those of us that collect. Because when they see how excited we are when we ask the questions that I believe they hope that we will, uh, they just love telling the stories and go on forever, much like I'm doing now. And that's why I like doing this. And that's it for me. Entropy. Hey, everybody, you stay well. And I greatly appreciate you. Take care.